Hello everyone. So today we are starting with the playlist which involves like 49 advanced business question which involve concept of libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Seaborn and Matplotlib and I will be using this Netflix title.csv. So as it's starting of a series, I will be solving 49 different questions which are related to this dataset. As you can see, like average movie duration, and I will be plotting the charts related to these question. I have selected like 49 questions, so I will be solving them in the series. And so today is the first part. Like first we will load how to load the like a file or read the file from and create convert it into a data frame. So today I will be doing that, and I will be dividing this video into series like loading and then how to clean the data and why do we convert like string date to and like into a date time a data type, and how do we decide when to like remove the values, like drop the columns, drop the rows, or fill unknown values. So I will be discussing that in future. So first of all, to load, like I have already connected to my Google Drive. You can either go there and click here, or you can just run this code. I have already run this, so I don't need to. And then we need to import our libraries which we will be using for this project or the series. Import pandas as pd numpy. We don't use that much. Matplotlib plot. Here you can see it showing the suggestion. Seaborn pandas will be helpful for creating data frames. It will be helpful for data frames, and Matplotlib, it will plot the graphs, and Seaborn provide extra plots like count plot, bar plot, histograms, and X levels, Y levels, and containers, which will be show values on top of the bar. So it's pretty cool one to have. And you can either like you can do this one, or you can do control plus shift plus to run the code. You can do CTRL plus shift plus enter to run the code. This is another one. And to move from one code to another, it's run. This will run yourself. This one will run your cell, and the things I don't need to comment it. I can do that in the text. It will Google Colab provide the option to write text, which is pretty usual. Like on other things, you can only do code, but here you can add text, which is like a good revision thing. And if I do shift enter, it will run the cell plus run your current cell. It will run the current. So those are in the current cell. And if I do shift plus enter, shift plus enter, it will run the CURRENT current cell and jump to next one. So this is the benefit of these commands, or you can do just what you can do, or you can just run from here. They both work. And what else? Or yeah, there is one thing. If I do this, You can see here in the preview, it will become like this. It's for heading. If I do this on the text, it will do like this. So these are like useful things to know. They become like headings, and you can see why these two cells will be under these headings. So I think that's one great benefit of having this one. And there are points, you can create points, you can do these things as well here, and I can just do one and do two things. You can do important commands to remember, and I have uploaded the libraries that I need now. Create a data frame. To create a data frame, we do data frame in Pandas library. We will be read CSV function, and in here I will be putting the copy path. We will do path of the file, and we will just do this, but it's like 8,000 for now. We just do shape. It will tell how many rows and columns this like CSV file have. You can see here the size of this is 8,000 something, 8,000 1,200, and 12 columns we have. I just zoom in so you can see it. We have 8,000 rows and 12 columns. What else? If I just do data frame, it will print all the rows and columns, but I will not. Let's see, we have 12 columns. Let's see how to do that. We do df dot columns. It will show. We have show ID, type, title, director, cast, country, date updated, like when it is added, date added, Netflix, and release year, ratings, duration. Let's And there is another info which will tell how many null or non-null values are there. Um, and it provides the data types as well. Data type for show ID object here means string. The object here means string. That is one thing to remember. Object means string, string. One thing to remember, object means string. Here you can see non-null values are this much from 8,000. We see the from here, like there is no null value, no 6,000. There are some 1,000 null values, 1,000 to 2,000 null values, and you can get the basic idea. And from this one, and we have other functions to check our, like just know about the basics of our data. Like we have df dot describe, which will describe all the integer values that we have. Currently we have release here, so it will describe only this one. Describe means it will tell what is the, like how many values, about 25%, 50%, mean, median, standard deviation. It will provide details of everything. Currently it's running. We can see how many counts. We have this many rows, so we have this many values. So it count the values. It provided the mean of these values. Years 2014, year standard minimum. 1925 is the least year here, and max is 2020. One is the max year. Release year we have 880. There are no null values, and It or by default it describe the integers data type, but if we want to check all data types or only string data types, so we will do include object. It will only show string. It will describe string, all the string values except release. Here everything is string. Here you can see the frequencies, the count, like show IDs, discount, directors. We have very less, lot of. This means we have lot of null values here. We have null values here. We have null values. Here we also have null values. Here we have only four null values, three null values, zero, zero. We don't have any null values. You can see this, and there are frequencies like unique values. How many unique values type we have? Movies and TV shows. So there are only two types: title. Every movie has different title. Directors. Some directors are common, so that's why, or some directors are null. That's why it's showing. And cast, we have different cast. Countries, we have out of 7, 9, 5, 6, we have 7, 4, 8 unique countries. The rest are just common, like 10 movies as India, 10 movies have USA, 30 movies have South Africa. That's why you can see it's the unique values of our data and top, like most that is used, like movies are more than our TV shows. That's why you can see this United States, like most, let's say India more 10 movies or 10 TV shows are from, and USA have 100 movies, 100 TV shows, like frequency is more. So that's what it's saying, and it tells you like United States in 2818 out of 7,000 USA is present, and out of 8 like total this shape or like this count, you can see here count 6,000 are movies. That's the frequency. 6,000 are movies, and these are the most common thing to like know, help us know about the data frame. So let me just show you how our data frames looks. We have head, which return first 5 rows of the data frame. We don't need all the rows because like there are 8,000. We can't like view all these rows. No, we don't want to read all these rows anyway. And you can see first five here. It's the index here, the column names, and these are the column values. The basic 5 row views of our data, and there is I can currently it's 5. I can do 3. I can do 10. I can do anything with this one. Now you can see 3. If I do tail, it will return the last 5 values of the data. Here I can also do 2, 350, whatever. Here you can see the last rows of these ones, and if you want to access a specific column, then we do df and we write the name. Here you can see the list, and it will return the ratings. We can view the ratings column here separately. Here you can see 8,000, this much. This is the last row of the complete ratings. We can do well. We can do what else we can do? We can do countries here just to show you countries, and then I can do U, like QE. It will like go through the your countries row and tell how many unique values are there. This many countries, you can see Brazil, Germany, United Kingdom. You can see everything, United, US, united so many values. Like you can see, if I do here value count, it will show the count of countries that are like different. Okay, countries. Okay, there are like single countries, multiple countries. That's why it's like this, here, like movie is related to three: Australia, France, Germany. It's like one only, India, Canada. So you can get the basic idea. If I do types is a good one to show unique, and let me do UMIQUE unique. It's much better. Like how many unique values we have. We have only movies and TV show are the only unique. You can see here the code is and text is here, and it's also available. So great stuff. If I do again type, I can do type, and if I do value count, so you will see the count of movies and TV shows in all the rows. Like we have 3, 1, 6, 1, 3, 1, these movies and TV shows, and similar data we have seen here. Movies are this much frequency. Out of this, we have this, and unique, we have two unique. So this was the unique, and for frequency, we have value counts. And what else? What else? How do we view multiple? If I want to see multiple columns, let's say I want to see multiple columns, I do this and I do title. This is the one I want to see, and the rating. I want to see two columns. It create a like sub frames with these two columns. You can see here. I can also do head on these ones as well. It will return the first five. So this is the basic idea how to load the file, and the basic thing to know about, like show IDs. Like show IDs, we have different IDs for TV shows, movies. How many? We have two categories: title, Dick Johnson is dead, blood water, name of the TV shows and movie, director, who direct, name are the null values. We can see here the null values where it was. Uh, yes, how to check null values. If I do df is null, it will return the frame with true false. If there is a null value, it will return true. If there is a non-null value, it will return false. I have applied it on whole data frame. You can do it on columns as well. Let me just show you the output. You can see true matter. That means there is a null value. And if I do df dot is null dot sum, it will return the sum of the values. Like show ID have 0, type 0, director have 2631, null values, cast have this many null values. Here you can see date edit had 10 null values, rating has 4, duration have 3 null values. This is the another important function. And let's say we have duplicate, like rows, like two rows have same data. So to check that, we have df dot duplicated, it will again return true and false. And we just want to sum, it will check all the rows and columns, and 0. Currently we don't have any duplicate value, like everything is different rows and columns. So these are the basic operations we can do. If I show you df Like how many, which one has director has very null, high amount of null value. So is null dot sum. It will return this. If I remove sum, then it will return the complete column with true false. If the value is not present, it will return true with indexes. So this is the cool stuff, and describe is very important to analyze. Here by default integer, and here string. So that's all for this video. Tomorrow I will be discussing how to clean the data, how to replace duplicated values. We don't have any, but what to do with null values, how to fill null values. So today this is like first part of the series, and tomorrow we will discuss the rest. Thank you.